Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Imro'atul Physics. Physics come from Greek physikos, which means natural. Physics is a science of natural science that studies matter and its motion and behavior in the sphere of space and time, along with related concepts such as energy and force. One of the most basics of sciences. The main goals of physics is to understand how the universe works. Physics is one of the oldest academic disciplines, perhaps the oldest through which astronomy is also included. Over 2 millennia, physics has been part of the natural sciences along with chemistry, biology, and certain branches of mathematics. But when the scientific revolution emerged in the 17th century, natural sciences developed as a research program of its own. Physics evolved with many other specialties, such as biophysics and quantum chemistry, and its physical boundaries are not clearly defined. The new sciences in physics are sometimes used to explain the basic mechanisms of other sciences as well as pave the way of other areas of research such as mathematics and philosophy. Physics also makes an important contribution to the development of technology that develops from theoretical thinking. For example, further understanding of electromagnetism or nuclear physics led directly to the development of new products that dramatically shapes modern society, such as televisions, computers, household applications, and nuclear weapons. Advance in the thermodynamics led to development of industrialization, and advances in mechanics inspired the development of calculus. Physical relationship with other science. The aim of physics is that we can understand the basic parts of things and the interaction between them, so as to explain natural phenomena. From the statement, we know that physics is the most basic field to natural science. Chemistry is based on physics and chemistry to explain the processes and occur in living things. Engineering also relies on physics and chemistry. Physics is the important to uphold pure and use research. For example, geologists and their research use gravimetric, acoustic, electric, and dynamic methods. A modern hospital equipped with electronic devices. Astronomers need optical tools, spectrography, and radio engineering, as well as meteorologists, oceanologists, seismologists, who need knowledge of physics. Big and unit. Magnitude is something that can be measured. Principal quantity is a quantity whose unit is self-defined, consists of length, m, mass, kilogram, time, second, temperature, Kelvin, electric currents, A, lighting intensity, candela, and the amount of substance, mole. Derivative quantity is a quantity derived from the principal quantity. Example: speed, meter per second; acceleration, meter per second quadrat; force, kilogram meter per second quadrat or Newton; work, kilogram meter quadrat per second quadrat or joule, and so on. A scalar quantity is a quantity that has a magnitude or value only. Example: length, mass, time, temperature, speed, and so on. A vector quantity is a quantity that has a magnitude and direction. Example: displacement, force, velocity, acceleration, and so on. And form. Density is the mass of the object per unit volume. Rho is density kilogram per meter cubic. M is mass of object kilogram. V volume of object meter cubic. Substance is something that has mass and occupies space. Substance consists of liquids, solids, and gases. Change in the form of matter requires heat, is melts, ions, and subliming. Releasing heat is freezes, condenses, and crystallizing or deposition. Cohesion is the force of attraction between similar particles, molecules. Adhesion is the force of attraction between particles or molecules that are not of a kind. Capillary is the event of rising liquid through small gaps. Motion. An object is said to be moving if the position of the object changes to another object is the reference. Motion is relative, meaning that an object is moving towards a certain object is not necessarily moving towards another object. Example: a bus is said to be moving towards a person standing on the side of the road, but is said to be motionless still according to the passengers. An object is said to be in pseudo motion if the object appears to be moving even though the object is at rest. Example: trees on the side of the road appear to be moving away from a bus passengers. The sun moves from east to west. The moon always follows us wherever we move. Distance, the length of the path traveled by an object. Displacement is a change in position measured from the starting point to the end point that the object reaches. Speed differs from speed and scalar quantity, while velocity is a vector quantity. Speed is defined as the distance that an object travels over time, while speed is defined as the displacement it travels over time. Instantaneous speed. V. Velocity. S. Displacement. T. Time interval. Average velocity is the quotient between the total distance traveled by the object and the total time interval for the displacement. Straight motion is the motion of an object with a straight line. Regular trains motion (GLB) is the motion of an object whose trajectory is a straight line with constant velocity. Regularly changing straight motion (GLBB) is the motion of an object whose trajectory is a straight line with a regularly changed speed, constant acceleration. Style. Force is a vector quantity that is a quantity that has a magnitude and direction. The influences of style make this move, accelerate or slow down the motion of objects, change the direction of motion of objects, change the shape of objects. The style consists of a touch force is a force that acts on an object due to the touch of the two surfaces of the objects. For example, muscle force, engine force, spring force, and friction. Non-touch force is a force that acts on an object or is not touching the object. For example, magnetic force, electric force, and gravitational force. Style result, a style that replaces two or more styles, unidirectional and on an opposite direction. Next, Newton's first law or inertia law. Sigma F is 0 if the resultant force acting on the object is equal to 0, then the object is at rest or moving straight at a constant speed. Example, with a bus driver suddenly brakes, the passengers are pushed forward. Newton's second law about force and acceleration. The acceleration produced by the resultant force acting on an object is proportional to the resultant force and inversely proportional to the object's mass. Our sigma F is ma. F is force, m is mass, a is acceleration. Newton's third law, law of action-reaction. The action-reaction force acts on two different objects in line in opposite direction of the same magnitude. If action is negative, F reaction. Example, when we hit the wall, the finger touching the wall hurts. Friction force is the force caused by two objects rubbing together and the direction is opposite to the direction of the object motion. The amount of friction force depends on the roughness of the touch surface. Busyness and energy. Energy is the ability to do busyness. One coil is 4.2 joule. 1 joule is 0.24 coil. Forms of energy. Mechanical energy consisting of kinetic energy and potential energy. Heat energy. Heat arises from the kinetic energy of the particles making up the object. Chemical energy is the energy contained in food. Electrical energy contained in electric currents. Sound energy is generated from all vibrating objects. Energy conservation of energy. Energy cannot be created and cannot be destroyed. Mechanical energy. Potential energy. Energy that an object has to its position. IP is mgh. IP is potential energy. H is heat. Kinetic energy. The energy that an object has to its motion. IK is 1/2 mv squared. IK is kinetic energy. V is velocity. Mechanical energy. Im is IP plus IK. An object thrown upwards. When increasing, speed decreases and h increases. IK decreases and IP increases. When decreasing, speed increases and h decreases. IK increases and IP decreases. Work is the product of force on displacement. W is Fs. W is work, F is force, S is displacement. Power. P is power, W is work, S is displacement, V is velocity, T is time. Power unit. 1 joule per second is 1 watt. 1 horsepower or HP is 746 watt. Thank you.